Why Sri Lanka is an attractive destination for Chinese fertilizer companies. Over the past few years, Sri Lanka has seen an increase in international investment in fertilizer companies, particularly from China. With the increase in Chinese manufacturing industries and the investment in infrastructure projects, local governments have turned to fertilizer companies to help achieve their sustainable development goals of bringing down the country's external debt and increasing food security. Here are some of the most attractive features of Sri Lanka that make it such an attractive destination for Chinese fertilizer companies. History of phosphate fertilizer production in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has historically been a major producer of phosphate fertilizers. The total capacity of the island nation's factories was about 1.4 million tons per year in 1980 and remained steady until 2012, at which point the country scaled back production due to decreasing global demand for phosphates. Today there are only two companies that produce fertilizer on the island: Habasit Lanka Limited, located in Maharagama near Colombo, and Clock Chemicals Limited, located near Kurunegala. The first phase. Fertilizers are one of the most essential ingredients in crop production. Without them, farmers cannot increase yield and ensure food security for the ever-growing population. Due to this, fertilizer companies are constantly looking to acquire new land and establish manufacturing plants. One country that presents opportunity as a growing agricultural hub is Sri Lanka. As an island nation with little arable land, Sri Lanka imports its fertilizers from countries such as China and India. The potential of increased local production has drawn Chinese firms like Chemistry China Group Corporation, which already operates in 3 other Southeast Asian countries including Indonesia, to purchase a majority stake in 2 Sri Lankan fertilizer producers last year. In 2017, China accounted for around half of all international investments into Sri Lankan agribusinesses worth $4 billion. The second phase. I'm sure there are many other factors that make Sri Lanka attractive to foreign investors, but these 2 were the most obvious ones. These 2 factors should be enough to pique your interest, but of course you'll need to visit the country yourself to decide if it's right for you. Luckily, that's easy as well. All you have to do is visit a nearby airport and pick up a cheap flight. Sri Lankan Airlines flies twice daily from Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. It only takes around 5 hours, so the trip is manageable on a weekend break or even in between workdays if you want to experience a different culture while at work. The third phase. As of October 2017, it is still unclear when the third phase will be fully operational. With poor infrastructure and heavy opposition from environmental groups, this undertaking will have its challenges. However, once completed, Sri Lanka will have one of the largest fertilizers plants in the world, and investors hope to bring new trade opportunities with China. One hurdle to clear is that both countries need to work together on developing Sri Lankan ports, as they are currently not equipped to handle large ships needed for shipping products. Fourth phase, 2007-2010. In the early 2000s, as China's agricultural sector shifted from producing mainly rice and wheat to high-value crops such as fruits and vegetables, there was a shortage of pesticides in the country. To address this issue, rural villagers would make their own pesticide by adding toxic metals like arsenic or mercury to fertilizer. But with China becoming the world's biggest economy, demand for food far outstripped supply. The government responded by encouraging more intensive farming, while also lifting price controls on fertilizers, making them cheaper than ever before. Many small farmers found themselves priced out of the market and unable to compete against large agribusinesses which could afford to buy the cheap fertilizer. Fifth phase, 2011-2016. China and Sri Lanka signed a number of bilateral agreements, which helped attract new investments into the country. In 2011, during President Mahinda Rajapaksa's China visit, China's state-owned Sinochem Group inked a $295 million deal to build a plant to produce urea fertilizers on 800 acres of land near Hambantota. The plant was designed to be one of the world's largest fertilizer production facilities with annual capacity of 8,000 tons per day. In 2012, CHEC International Company, Limited, CIC agreed to invest $465 million in setting up an urea manufacturing facility in Panajura at the cost of $465 million with annual production capacity 6,500 tons per day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.